What's wrong with blockchain? If you see from the first video, we are talking about good things about blockchain. Not just on this channel. If you go on YouTube, search for any blockchain video, they will talk about amazing stuff you can do with blockchain. But as with every technology, blockchain has some drawbacks. Yes, there are list of drawbacks we can go for, and in fact some people focus more on those drawbacks instead of focusing on the things it provides. But in this video, let's try to focus on 4 drawbacks which is there in blockchain. Welcome back everyone, my name is Navin Reddy and let's get started. Now when you say blockchain, blockchain has multiple types, out of which the famous one is public blockchain and private blockchain. So the drawbacks which we are going to talk about is more for public blockchain than private blockchain. Again, till this point we have not talked about private blockchain and how that works. We are only focusing on public. Now when you say public, we have some examples, right? We have Bitcoin, we have one of the famous one which is Ethereum, we have EOS. So the first drawback is blockchain is complex. May not be the technology but the terms itself. So the moment you start learning, yes, it is exciting, it's amazing. Problem starts when you try to understand those terms. We have consensus, we have chain, we have nodes, miners, So all these things actually create a lot of confusion initially. Yes, the moment you start working on them, it will make the concept clear. But initially it is complex. The technology itself is damn complex, right? Because you don't have a central server, you have multiple machines, you have to provide coordination, there are different algorithms available. So in general, the concept of blockchain is complex. But when you start working on it, a lot of things will get clear. The second drawback. Now when you talk about public blockchain, example Bitcoin, we have Ethereum. The problem is, this technology promises that they will replace banks, they will replace all the credit cards and debit cards. Now think about this, when you talk about Visa, Visa can handle thousands of transactions per second, okay? And that's amazing, right? Every one of us use Visa card and we know how fast it is. On the other hand, when you talk about Bitcoin, Bitcoin uses proof of work as the algorithm for consensus. And it can process around 7 to 10 transactions per second. Now think about this, if you say Bitcoin technology will replace the credit card, you have to wait. So the moment you use Bitcoin there, you have to wait for some time, right? Because we have millions of people doing transactions every day. So we have to handle that, right? So Bitcoin cannot handle that speed. So the second drawback is slow. Okay, I'm not talking about private blockchain here, I'm focusing on public. So public blockchain is slow. Now the third one. Now let's only focus on Bitcoin and Ethereum because Ethereum still uses proof of work. Now the moment you talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum, they are using proof of work, right? And we all know how much energy it consumes to solve a given puzzle, because not only one node will be doing it, right? We have thousands of miners and everyone is solving a given problem. And the puzzle is a waste of time, right? Because the main thing is transaction. We have to add the block of transaction in a blockchain. But for that, we have to do 10 minutes of work, which will consume huge amount of resources. We don't want that. We don't want to waste resources. So that's the third drawback of blockchain. Let's go with the fourth one. The fourth one is security, or you can say privacy. Now think about this. When you talk about Bitcoin, which is a public blockchain, the moment you say public, it means the blockchain is available for everyone. Anyone can see the blockchain data. Oh, that's scary. So let's imagine Naveen is sending 10 Bitcoins to Rahul. Now in this case, everyone knows that Naveen is sending 10 Bitcoins to Rahul because that data is available in public blockchain. See, we have the advantage that the data will be there in the blockchain, so no one can change it, but everyone knows how much Bitcoin I have sent to Rahul. But Bitcoin says, hey, you don't have to worry about that because we will not be storing Naveen and Rahul in the blockchain. Yes, the 10 Bitcoins will be there, but then Naveen and Rahul will be having a different address. And that address will be anonymous. So no one knows who is exactly sending data to who, right? But they know that some address is sending data to some address. And I know that some address is me, and Rahul knows that some address is this guy. So that's how it works, right? So it is still anonymous, but the data is there on the blockchain. Maybe if you have a company data which is confidential, it will be available in public blockchain. Everyone can see that. Maybe who has sent it to whom is not there, but the data is there in the blockchain, right? So that's one issue with the public blockchain. Okay, and the fifth one, which is very, very important. Now, it is also a part of security. Now, everyone says, right, blockchain is immutable, no one can change it, and we are safe. Now, we are saying it is safe because let's say if you have a blockchain and if you have 10 miners, now these 10 miners are responsible to handle the blockchain, right? They will maintain the state of it. We'll be using different consensus algorithm here. But what if we have one malicious node? Okay, the moment you say you have one malicious node, the remaining 9 will say, hey, get out from the network, right? Because they have the power, they are the majority. But what if you have 6 nodes which are malicious? That's where the problem starts, because majority wins, right? And that's one of the issue we have in the blockchain, that is 51% attack. So if you have more than 51% of the nodes which are malicious, and if you have the power to it, they can attack blockchain. And yes, blockchain can be hacked if you have 51% strength. So these are the drawbacks of blockchain. Yes, we have to focus on the benefits, but it's good to know the drawbacks as well, right? And it will be useful when you debate with some people, because there are people in the world who are saying blockchain is worst because of these drawbacks. You can focus on benefits and they will focus on drawbacks, doesn't matter. So what's important is blockchain is awesome, keeping this thing aside. But don't worry, the drawbacks which we have talked about is for public blockchain, right? On the other hand, we also have a private blockchain, and that will solve this issue, some of them at least. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We have talked about drawbacks of blockchain. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section and do subscribe for further videos. Bye-bye.